What's going on, everyone? I want to give you guys a prime example of when maybe a 20 play is not the best time to take the trade. Now, again, because trading is all probabilities, trade setups can definitely work on any given random setup opportunity. But there's some things that we can do as traders that can kind of maybe limit the potential damage or maybe allow us to sit on our hands just a little bit more than maybe when times are a little bit right or a little bit more higher probability setups. Now, what we're looking at on this chart, the 20 SMA, is obviously the white line that you see squiggling down the middle of the screen. I also did draw in some supply and demand zones based on prior swing highs and lows. Also kind of matches up with my moving averages on the big chart. Some of these also match up with the initial balance highs, the initial balance lows, the 30-minute opening range low. So again, it correlates very well, just keeps the chart a little bit more cleaner. Now, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because at 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes ago, so at around 11:05, 11:10 Pacific Standard Time, okay, we got a 20 SMA play set up to the long side. Now, if taking that trade, you have to understand that there could be a high probability that this trade might not work out, okay? And the reason being is because if you look at the gray box on the screen, that's the initial balance low, okay? So the initial balance is the first hour of trade. You can see here going to the left of the screen that we had a lot of resistance in that zone. So if we had a lot of resistance in this zone prior, right, which is also the initial balance low, which was acting as an area of support, now turns into a new area of resistance. So if you get this 20 SMA play here, even if you use the low of that entirety of that candle, which is around a 25-point stop loss, yes, this could push up through the initial balance, which I've got these two potential downside, these potential setups either could go to the downside or go to the high side. Although we can push up through the initial balance zone into that 30-minute opening range low, which is the next area of resistance here, it's a lower probability setup because you're taking a long trade in a downtrend. Okay, so you're going against trend into a small area here on a small time frame level of resistance. If you look to the left of the chart, you could see that we were acting as resistance. If you look back a little bit farther, you can see that this was an area of support. So prior areas of support turning into new areas of resistance, although you have a clean setup, you're kind of going against what that move is doing, because all this is doing is just consolidating now for a potential move to the upside or a potential move back down to the lows. So maybe a trade like this can be ignored, and you can more so be looking to play a little bit of the range where you're shorting at this area of resistance and you're playing that back down to the middle of the zone. Or maybe you're playing that back down to our demand zone here, which is the low of day, which is also correlating with a 1 hour 100 SMA support and also correlating with a 5-minute linear regression support channel. So this area that we're trading here is being backed up by bigger technical levels. And this zone that we're actually playing is now a range where traders can try to buy the longs and they can try to short the tops until this range is broken out. So although you're following the 20 SMA play and this looks like a great setup to the long side, you're taking it with a lot of negative confluences working against you. Those negative confluences that are working against you is this range that was previous support acting as new resistance, and it's also the initial balance low. So until the market proves that we can get back inside the initial balance range and actually back test and hold this range, then we don't really have a trade opportunity until we do such. So again, right now you kind of want to put your foot off the gas pedal. You kind of want to relax a little bit and just allow this chart to kind of break out. We'll see exactly what we want to do here. Do we want to sweep these prior swing lows and come back into demand? If that's entirely possible that we do that, then you can definitely see maybe a double bottom for a push back up to the upside. Might be a good opportunity to take that long. Or you kind of sit and wait to see if that low of day gets broken. And if that low of day gets broken and we kind of push this demand, then you can look for those short opportunities to continue the move to the downside. With that being said, I just thought this video would be very informative to kind of show you guys when maybe a potential 20 play is not the best time to kind of take that play. You got to look at what's been going on in the charts. We're in a clear downtrend today. So any long setups, you are going against the trend. And if you are going to go against the trend, you want to at least make sure you have enough potential to kind of push through supply. That way it gives you that opportunity to get filled on your take profits, or you sit out of the trade entirely. So with that being said, I hope this video makes a lot of sense. If you want to trade with me each and every single day live, where we're kind of going over these setups in real time, then you guys can definitely do that by joining the 24-hour all access pass. I have 4 passes left, where it's going to allow you to come into the room for absolutely free. And if you decide that you want to still stick around after the 24 hours, you can make that decision, or you can cancel at any time. If you guys need those Apex accounts, 80% off right now, that link is down in the description box below. You can use code SAVE now as long as you use my link down in the description. That's going to get you 80% off. It's going to get you 1 day to pass. It's going to get you $85 activation fees and whatever best available discounts they have at that time. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.